Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How is everyone doing today? Guys, I really want to say a very huge thank you for 7,000 amazing families. Hoo. I am super excited. That's the reason why I decided to come out today to make this video, right? Guys, thank you so much. Today I don't want to waste your time. I just want to dive into the real thing that we have today. I do understand that a lot of you don't want to come to school. A lot of you really want to work. You guys have reached out to me countlessly to talk about work and all of that. And that is why I'm bringing these opportunities your way for we to be able to look into what we have and how we can be able to assist. First and foremost, guys, I want to say a huge thank you again for everyone. And this is the information I have. I want to pass across to anyone that will be seeing this video. So if you're not subscribed yet, please kindly subscribe to my channel and also click on the notification button. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to share with all other people, okay, so they can be able to see the video, like the video, comment on the video, do anything they want to do with this video, because we are sharing these opportunities and it's not going to make sense if you don't share with other people. So I want to talk about a country that a lot of you don't really see. The country, you know, there are a lot of Schengen countries and they are offering their opportunities, but you need someone to bring it to you. You need someone to share it. You need someone to explain for you to understand. So guys, there's a country today that is providing work opportunity. We are working with employers directly, so we can be able to put in your application for you. So I'm going to be running down the entire application and how everything is going to work in terms of the accommodation, the money that is involved, what is expected of you. That is going to be my job on this video. Trust me, this is just going to be very short. So in case you're not subscribed yet, please kindly subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to click on the notification button so each time I drop anything you get to see it. I came with this book because this is where I had my draft, and this draft will enable me to be able to share the information with you guys, right? Okay guys, let's talk about Malta. Malta is a country where I know a lot of things are happening in Malta. They have schools. Most of their schools are not like 100% cheap, I would say. They're a bit pricey, but apart from that, you can be able to get something out of it. What do I mean out of it? Like these working opportunities. Okay guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about the skilled and unskilled job opportunities that we have in Malta, and also we do have an employer that we are working with. First and foremost, I will start by telling you guys what we are going to be talking about. For these skilled and unskilled packages that we have in Malta, we have the permit, the Malta single permit, and we also have the Malta premium visa. Okay, so yes, you can go, so it's not a problem. There are kids here, they came to the park, so we're going to be talking about the Malta single permit and also the premium visa. All right, so let's take it one step at a time. First and foremost, if you want to work in Malta, the thing that you should know, like the benefit, is that you are going to be able to walk around, right? Because of where they belong, which is part of the 27 Schengen countries, you can be able to do what you want to do. You can be able to visit Germany. You can be able, all right guys, bye. You can be able to visit anything you want to visit, like in terms of the countries. You can be able to travel around to check what is happening there, to also go to countries like Lithuania, Holland. Of course, it's summer, people are outside, right? So I decided to come to the park to shoot. So guys, first and foremost, let's start. Okay, this single permit allow you to be able to travel all around Schengen, because Malta is the part of Schengen. And apart from that, you can be able to work with this company, like the employer that is providing you with this job. Single permit allows you to be able to roam around the entire Schengen areas, and apart from that, you can be able to work and you can be able to search for other jobs if you don't like what you're doing, or if you don't like the job that is being provided for you. Okay, what do I have here? Now, this Malta single permit, which is what the employer is going to be providing for as many as that will be going with this package, is a combination of the resident and work permits, okay, which is to say that you are having like two things in one. The Malta single permit, you are having a residence that allows you to stay in Malta, and apart from that, you are also able to work in Malta. So it combines the both of them. I think it's relatively connected to what they have in Lithuania here, because in Lithuania working permit allows you to stay in Lithuania, also allows you to work. All right, so this Malta single permit is valid for the period of 1 year. The employer we are working with is providing you this contract for the period of 1 year. It's 100% renewable. For instance, you start working and you like the company, you want to stay there, you don't want to move, you don't want to change, everything is okay, you've just decided, okay, I think I want to stay here for more than 1 year again, you can be able to renew this contract. It doesn't mean that they are going to terminate it, no, if you want to stay. And the thing is, if you don't want to stay, nobody's going to force you to stay. Now, in other words, this Malta single permit, the employer is giving you this permit to be able to use it to cross over to Malta. So we just wrote down those things again. This is not a closed permit. Now let's explain. When we say open permit and a closed work permit, what do we mean? A closed work permit is a permit that allows you to work for just one employer. For example, if employer A is bringing you to Malta with their company, you are not allowed to work for employer B. Okay, that is what we mean by a closed work permit. But if it's not a closed work permit, you can be able to work somewhere else, and when you find a job, you can just have to leave the place, or you can work while you're doing there. It depends on the shift of the current job that you're doing. So it's not a closed permit. Okay, now somebody might be asking, what about the accommodation? Accommodation is provided. While we were discussing with the employer, he made us to understand that he is going to be providing accommodation for just 1 month. Okay, after that 1 month, they are also going to help you to find accommodation to make sure that you settle in, depending on what the situation is. But to be sure on the duration of accommodation that we talked about during our meeting is going to just be for 1 month. After then, you can be able to move on, okay, because they can be able to help you also to sort out for accommodation. Dependent, a lot of you have dependent. You keep asking me, is dependent allowed? In this particular Malta single permit, dependents are not allowed. So for example, if you're a family of 5, family of 6, you cannot come with everybody at once. Just the husband or just the wife can be able to apply. So there is no room for dependent in this Malta single permit. Now, talking about the salary here ranges differently depending on the kind of job. For example, you have the skilled. When we mean the skilled, we are talking about the engineers, we are talking about the software developers, we are talking about the JavaScript, we are talking about the technicians, we are talking about the IT guys. When we are referring to the skilled workers, when we are referring to the unskilled workers, we are talking about bartenders, we are talking about caregivers, we are talking about waiters, waitress, cleaners, all these other people, they fall under unskilled. So that is why the salary is within that range, which is from 800 to 2,000 euros. Of course, those that are skilled, their salary is going to be more, because you cannot compare, for example, let's say an engineer to someone who has never been to school, or for someone who is just a cleaner. There should be different, of course, there's going to be disparities in terms of their salaries. So that is why the salary ranges from 800 to 2,000 euros monthly. And their working hours for this employer, you are going to be working for 40 hours a week, which is the same thing as in Lithuania. Here you are allowed to work 40 hours per week. So that is it. Now, no feeding is included, because some of you are going to be asking me, is the employer going to provide feeding for me? Is the employer going to be paying for the flights? For this package, accommodation is 1 month, I've said it right. Feeding is not inclusive. Flights is not inclusive. Okay, you are going to be responsible for your flight, you are going to be responsible for your feeding. The employer is only going to be responsible for 1 month accommodation, which after which they are going to assist you to sort accommodation. Now, what is the duration of the offer? How long is this offer going to take before it comes out? This offer is going to take 4 weeks, which is roughly 1 month. Okay, after the application has been done, the thing is, you are not providing everything on the list of the documentations, which I'm still going to include in this video. You are not going to be providing everything. Half of the stuff on the list is going to be provided by the employer. So the offer letters is going to take only 4 weeks, which is 1 month. All right, for those of you coming from Nigeria, there is no embassy in Nigeria. The embassy to find out what is going to be the situation, how long is going to take for you to apply. We usually know that for the Schengen visa is usually 14 to 15 working days, but since it is a work permit, I don't know how long it's going to take, but I've already reached out to them, which on this video, on the description box, I'm going to be dropping their response when they do, so you all can be able to know what you need to do. So for Nigerians, we do not have embassy in Nigeria. You should, in case you're coming from Nigeria, for that. Like I've already talked about the unskilled work, and I've already talked about the skilled work. It's a lot of it. They also have like restaurant jobs you can be able to work. They have construction jobs as well you can be able to work, which falls under the unskilled, right? So that is it. Now for the Malta single permit, I've talked about it already. It allows mobility. Okay, you can be able to travel to other Schengen countries. Nobody's stopping you, nobody's hindering you, for you not to be able to move around on the things you really want to do. What other thing I want to say again, the total package, this total package for this employer, because the employer is going to be helping with some documentation. Now let's talk about the documentations. What kind of documentations do I need? Mind you, this work permit is open for everybody, but specifically Indians, Bangladeshians, if they are here, Nigerians, everybody can be able to apply because it is 100% open for everybody. Now for the documentations, we are going to be needing your international passport, we are going to be needing your CV, we are going to be needing your medical insurance. These are the 3 important documents that should be coming from you. For the medical insurance, guys, make sure you are buying a Schengen medical insurance. You should have a repatriation or a reparation of 30,000 euros. That does not mean that the medical insurance is cost 30,000 euros. No, you can get medical insurance of 150. I know that for the entire Schengen it should be like maybe highest 200 euros, but if you're buying from Nigeria it should be like maybe 30 something K or maybe 50, that about, if it is specifically for one Schengen country. But if you're buying to cover all, is a bit more, but not outrageous. Okay, so that is the document that you're going to be needing. Other documents in terms of legalization of your document, because guys, all applications or all documentation is going to be prepared from Malta. So it's just this 3 documentation that I mentioned that you are going to be providing to us, and we are going to be putting everything together, and we are going to be sending to the employer for the employer to do everything. And the good thing is that they are going to be giving you the login details. You are going to be monitoring it online to be able to see the decision of the Maltese government regarding this application that have been made. Everything is going to be transparent, so there is nothing like you don't know who is making your application, you don't understand the situation. You are going to have a login detail so you can be able to check these things yourself. So now somebody is going to be asking me, how much is this entire package cost? So due to the documentation and everything, is going to be cost, the total package is cost 3,100 euros. For this 3,100, including our service fee as a consult, including everything the employer is going to use to make sure that they process your documentations, that is all is going to cost you. Are you paying this money at once? The answer is absolutely no, because there is no way you're just going to pay the money at once. It's going to be a huge risk because you really want to be sure what happens. Can I get it? Can I not get it? So because of that, we already agreed, due to the documentations that will be coming from Malta, like they are going to be preparing, you are going to be making an initial deposit of 50% of the 3,100 euros, which is about 1,550 euros. in order for we to begin the process. So when you send this money, you send your documentations, we can be able to start the process. Only then we can be able to know that, okay, you are really serious, you started with the money, you sent your documentation, so now we can go ahead with the entire process. Okay, yeah, I want to check if there's any other thing I'm missing here. So another one is the premium visa, the Malta premium visa. For the Malta premium visa, guys, this allows dependent. Okay, it's pretty expensive, about like 7,000 euros thereabout for you to pay. And the thing is, for the premium visa, they are going to be going to Ghana to apply for this. Okay, and the initial deposit also has to do with the 50%, because all the document of the entire family needs to be prepared. And at the end, when everything is done, it's going to be posted down to you, like the document via DHL, of course, for you to be able to pick up your document. So that's the thing. Posting it as well, logistics, the money is still included there. Feeding is not included, flight is not included because you need to handle that. Accommodation for 1 month, I've already talked about that. This 1 year Malta single permit is renewable. You can renew it, right? So guys, that is the information I really want to pass across. And another thing, while we were speaking with the employer, he was like, there are a lot of opportunities. People can actually use this to come into Malta, and when they come in there, while they do the work, they can also be looking out for other opportunities and other things they want. But we can be able to accommodate like 40 persons. They have that capacity due to the numerous companies that they have. Now somebody can be asking me, what happens if I see a job, or if I want a job in one of their companies and I do not have the skills, or I do not have the experience? Can I be employed? Yes, absolutely. Also, there is going to be a training for those of you that want to develop in some certain skills that within this company and the job that they are offering. There's a room for that, for training, which they are going to train you, and after training you, you can be able to work there as well. So guys, I think that's everything I have about this Malta. That is all we have right now about this Malta. I don't know if there's any other thing again, but should in case there's any other thing again, we can be able to let you guys know on what you need, what you don't need. So for the documentation for the visa, of course, you are going to be going with everything, all of the information for the documentation for the visa, address of the embassy where you're going to apply is going to be on the description box. So we are going to be providing that, including the POIF, so you can be able to see it and make your decision. All right guys, I really want to say a huge thank you. If today is the first time you're seeing my video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't also forget to share with your friends. It's your girl Faith, and I want to say bye.